Yo, what's up? Welcome back to RedIn30, where we make you red in 30. Literally, I'm DM. I got my people with me as always. I'm gonna say the best for last, EJ. I'm gonna have to do it like that. EJ, you with me?
Hola.
Hola. And
I don't even know what that was.
and the lovely, the wonderful, amazing. You heard her voice just now. Nakia is in the building. Nakia, you
my
here?
goodness. Hey, y'all.
She's here. And so we're here. It's RedIn30 is a 30-day reading of the Gospels. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. We believe in the entire Bible. We believe the Bible is a story about who you and I are, but we believe the red words tell us who we are in the story. When I talk about the red words, I'm talking about the words of Jesus, the Christ. All we're talking about is Jesus, truth, and you all using
Red words.
You got it, Nakia? Did you hear it?
Got it.
Did you hear it? All right, you got to memorize that. You got to memorize that when you do the intro. Listen, we starting off with some music because I got some new things, some new developments in RedIn30. You see a new little background. We're going to be switching it up a whole lot. But this one is called Ultra Green Light because we got the Ultra Green Light. Put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game. Let's go.
He's the only one on the team that has the ultra green light.
Shout out to Braun.
It's like fluorescent. Coach says, hey, shoot it.
Put me in the game, coach, put me in the game. Coach, they about to know my name. Coach, they about to know my name. Shots up, dropping buckets long range. Hand down, man down, I made the shot, give me my change. Come off the screen like I'm a machine. And if you on my team, you already know the team. Just give it up, and I'ma throw it up. You know I don't give a what, cause that boy stay clutch, fresh. Trust me, I done been there. I can show you how to win there. Now I'm trying to bring my friends there. Yeah, lucky it ain't in the J wet. I got to swim with fade back and you can't get there.
Shoot it.
Excuse me if I'm sounding kinda cocky, but I do believe that nobody here can stop me. So many J's in my pocket that them boys be trying to rob me. That must mean that I'm up on the top, B. Ultra green light, got that ultra green light. That boy ain't tryna get right, I got that ultra green light.
That green light.
Ultra green light, I got that ultra green light. That boy ain't tryna get right, I got that ultra green light.
Go.
Ultra green light, I got that ultra green light. That boy ain't tryna get right, I got that ultra green light. Yeah, ultra green light, I got that ultra green light. That boy ain't tryna get right, I got that ultra green light.
Shoot it. Shoot the J.
Shoot it.
Shoot the J.
Shoot it.
That's the words, man. Shoot the ball.
Shoot it.
Yeah.
Shoot the ball.
Shoot it. Game 7, last shot, I be the one. Whole crowd screaming like a fire squad. Just shoot the gun, shoot the gun. They screaming, shoot the gun, I let it run. They dreaming about the fun, I get it done. They don't want it bad as I do. I fire up from the one of the two. Yeah, from the one of the two. Put them together, drop the threes from the boot. Most likely to succeed is what they said about me. Next level is what I bleed. Head level is what I need. White level is full of greed. My bezel is 2 degrees. My shovel is full of seeds. Yeah, incredible is a need, but inedible is the read. Indelible is my feet. I'm telling you, so take heed. Inevitably the lead. I promise belongs to me. Regulation with no OP. Ultra green light, got that ultra green light. That boy ain't tryna get right, I got that ultra green light.
Shoot it.
Ultra green light, I got that ultra green light. That boy ain't tryna get right, I got that ultra green light.
Shoot it.
Ultra green light, I got that ultra green light.
That boy ain't tryna get right, I got that ultra green light.
Ultra green light, I got that ultra green light. That boy ain't tryna get right, I got that ultra green light. Shoot it.
Shoot the J. Shoot the J.
Shoot it.
Shoot the J. Shoot the J.
Shoot it. Shoot it. Shoot it.
Yo, listen. We here. Bro, I forgot how hype that song actually is. That song is pretty turnt, bro. And I need to start listening a little bit more. That's the energy I'm on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shoot the J, bro. Like, when you got the J, it's the worst thing to see somebody pump fake too many times. And the pump fake works. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes you can't get no points that you don't shoot.
Yep.
Right? You'll never make a bucket if you don't shoot the ball. So shoot the J, ultra green light. And I like the ultra green light because ultra, the word ultra, right? Like, what does the word ultra mean to you? When you hear ultra, what do y'all think? When they say something is ultra something, like, what do you mean? What do you think?
Ultraman.
Ultraman, what is Ultraman?
It's a Japanese show. But
Okay,
but the dude,
it's an anime?
well, it's actual like Power Ranger kind of show. But
Okay.
it's a throwback. But the dude's Ultraman, so he starts small. And when
Okay.
he get the power, he like could fight like the biggest Zords.
But they don't call him Ultraman while he's small.
No.
They call him Ultraman when he
when he got his power.
So, Nakia, what like ultra? What when you hear the word ultra, anything? Like somebody say it's ultra, whatever. What do you think? What does ultra mean to you? The word ultra, what does it mean? Just in your own definition.
Extra.
Okay.
It's like pinnacle.
The pinnacle, like the word pinnacle.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the ultra, it's the max. I think of words like the pinnacle. I never would have thought pinnacle, but that's dope. Pinnacle. I think about the word top of the line.
Peak.
I think about peak. I think
Yeah.
about excellence. I think about to the max. I think about when we talk about GOAT talk, right?
Yeah.
And I got this power. This new power we're developing. It's gonna be called red light, green light. But I shouldn't have been telling people. But we're gonna do it. I explain it to you after the pod, and they'll get it when we see it. But ultra, when I see ultra, and it's funny that we played that song, I'm thinking about max, and it's really hitting me where we particularly are in life and in my mind right now, because I'm low key tired of being mediocre.
Yeah.
I put this on my page the other day, and I said I'm done with anything mediocre. And sometimes when you're like this, you have to. It's a lot of a-hole action in there. What people would call that.
Yeah.
Or it almost seems overconfident, but it's like you have to be a stickler for the excellence of a thing, because if it's available, then we should attain it.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And I say that to say, so the Bible is a story about you. We say that a lot on here, right? And we're gonna get into it, y'all. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the Bible is a story about who you are. And I was having a conversation with a homeboy this morning. Shout out to Nee. We're gonna put Nee little Instagram on the bottom there, so y'all go follow that man. He gonna be on the pod soon. But we were having a conversation, just going back and forth about some things, and we always do. And he said something about the word made flesh. You know, I say that a lot. The last couple of pods we were talking about what's the word in the flesh? What word are you?
Yep.
We are the translation. But it hit me today that, and we were having a conversation, and he said something. He said, man, you know, people, and I said something, he said, you know, you forget that Jesus actually really putting us on game. And you can be so spiritual that you think he's teaching you a spiritual practice when he's really telling you to practice spiritually. You see the difference?
Yeah.
A spiritual practice versus practicing spiritually. I didn't come to do away with your law or your prophets. I didn't come to do away with the law of the prophets. I came to fulfill them. There's an excellence that he's talking about in there. In other words, that's been good, but ain't none good but one.
Right.
As God.
Right.
And when you see me,
Right.
you see the Father. He's talking excellence talks the whole time. You hear what I'm saying? I realized that the Bible, this is how I phrase, the Bible is a story about who you are, right? I realized the Bible, we chose how to look at the Bible in the garden.
Yep.
Right? The two trees were the two perspectives. Right? And if you eat from this tree, that's the perspective you're gonna have. You can eat from the tree of life all day long. You can eat from any tree in the garden, actually. But the tree of knowledge of good and evil, you don't eat from, because in that day you're gonna surely what? In other words, you're gonna be. There's no longer multiplication, fruit for multiplication, repentance, subdue, action. Now you're gonna be stuck with that, and you're gonna be smart but no action.
Right.
You're gonna be smart but no works. I had a clip on my post, and it's talking about. Remember we was doing it, talking about you so spiritual.
Yeah.
It's that conversation, because you don't even do the practical thing to be excellent. And you said something to me earlier, Nikki. We was on the phone, and we was like, we skip the excellent part and becoming excellent at a thing, and now the system eats us up because they're excellent at it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And now we're talking about God gonna do something. He gonna make something happen, but you hadn't even
Mastered the basic
thing.
Yeah. You haven't even mastered the way that it's done here and what they respect.
Right.
So in their case, like, they can't respect you.
Right.
Like you haven't mastered the system.
You don't have a witness now because they ain't seeing nothing.
Yep.
And
wait, can you bring something to my remembrance? Like, what is it that he says? If you can't be trusted with,
if you're not been faithful in that which is another man's, who give that which is wrong. That's it. That's excellence. It's excellence all over. 34, 64, 104.
Yeah.
1 talent, 2 talent, 5 talent. According to there's several.
ability.
Yeah. He's having this conversation. He's talking about the soul, the word, and the different types of ground that it falls in.
Right.
He's talking about the ground that we've cultivated ourselves to be. It's
Right.
talking about excellence. You keep talking about what God is going to do, but you hadn't filled the water pot yet.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You the 5,000 feet. You hadn't made the people sit down.
Right.
Follow the instruction.
Right.
Just make the people sit down. Bring it to me and make the people sit down.
Right.
You hadn't done the simple thing. You hadn't become excellent at the thing that you can do.
And so, okay, can I go here?
No, go. Well, let me. I want to. there's an old statement that God told me. I hate the phrase, you know what I'm saying? Because people overuse it. I don't hate it. I just think people misuse it. But he said this is real simple, and I'll never forget it. And y'all gonna know it when I say it. He said, what you can't do,
Yep.
you can't do. He said, but what you can do that, and I'll do the rest.
Yep.
There's another one he gave me. He said, don't get upset at what somebody's doing if you don't give them something better to do.
Yeah.
These things stuck with me. He's talking about excellence the whole time. And so if I don't do the thing that's in my reach to maximize that particular thing, we're gonna do a pod called Master the Lines. It's gonna be part of that red light, green light, and then it's gonna be dope. But so y'all stay tuned. But if we don't become excellent at what's in front of us. So before I get there, I know I'm going because I'm hyped, right? The Bible, because we're back to the trees, because we chose to have the knowledge of good and evil perspective. Now the whole Bible and everything that the Bible represents becomes a morality conversation. Now it's good and evil. And Jesus was very particular about saying ain't none good but one, that's God. He's saying that for a reason. Because y'all up here trying to be good and trying not to be evil, but ain't none good. There's nothing good but the way God is, who he is, and how he is, and how he wants things to be.
Right.
The Bible, so if we don't look at it as a morality principle book, there's morality and principles in it. But the holiness is a being, it's not an action.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you can't modify your actions to be holy. All right, are y'all listening to me?
Yep.
So because of that, the whole entire Bible, now if we change perspective, the whole entire Bible is actually God just putting us on game about life. The only reason it's written like it is and about the people that it is, you hear me, is because it was just written by those people.
Yeah.
So culturally, there are things, you're going to talk about that in a second. Culturally, there are things that we don't understand because we're not in that culture. But if you get the basic underlying principle, I'm using the word principle, and the basic underlying lifestyle, then you'll get that the Bible is just telling you where you can fall in any situation.
Right.
It's telling you how it looks and where, how you can fall in any situation. Not fall like if I was dropped into the world in 1982.
Right.
I just fell into whatever, like we all did. Everybody fell into whatever family line, trauma, drama, llama, like it's whatever it is.
Yeah.
You were dropped into that. But the Bible gives you a good span of putting you on game. And so now stop looking for knowledge and see life.
See life.
You get
And
it?
that's it.
The problem is looking for knowledge first and then trying to build life off of it.
Yep.
Instead of realizing life and then understanding your knowledge comes from what life is.
I'm gonna say it's the culture
It's the culture.
because the way we're taught knowledge as we grow up,
Yep.
our knowledge and our I'm gonna say spiritual life are two separate things when we're children.
Yep.
And so we grow up and they're still two separate things.
There's still two separate things.
Still go to work and you don't compare that to your spiritual life when you go to church.
Right.
Yep.
It's like it's not the same. But back when school and church was the same thing,
Yep.
and children was taught the Bible as they were taught how to write
Right.
in their letters.
Right.
And so for them, it's one thing.
It's one thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like their culture is.
And God's culture, it's always been one
it's
thing.
Like I don't know.
It's one thing.
Yeah.
It's one thing. We were reading the article. We got to finish this dope article. We'll post it.
I just finished it.
But
it's extremely long.
You was telling me something about Jesus.
Yeah, so it's like this historical article or whatever, and from some Bible scholar. And what he goes down to explain is that in Jesus' time, well, first he makes a point that in Western culture, it's already hard for us to understand their culture. But it's even worse because it's 2,000 years ago. So it's like you don't even understand the times and you don't understand the culture.
Right.
So it's like twice as much like you need to catch on to.
Right.
So he makes a point that in Jesus' time, the synagogues, which is, the house of prayer and worship.
What we think our churches are.
we think our churches are there, but that's not our churches. Okay,
Right.
our church is a whole organized.
It's a whole other ballgame.
Sing first, then you preach, and then.
Can I jump in? The synagogue was defined as, and I sent this to some friends a few weeks ago, but the synagogue was just the largest place in the area for a gathering.
Yes.
It was like the largest place for everybody to come together and gather and have that conversation.
Because mind you, the synagogue is like you going to the White House. Like this is their culture.
You're right. Got you.
There's no separation. The land and the law is the same thing.
Yep.
A lawyer in their time was like an expert at the law of
The commandments.
Old Testament.
Yeah, the law.
We think when we see lawyer in the
Not
Bible,
the Constitution.
It's an expert in the law of the land. It's not the expert in the law. Like the law of the land was the Bible.
The law of the land.
Yeah.
That's dope, Nakia, because
Yeah.
you have to become an expert of the law of the land.
Right.
Right? You have to be an expert of how the lines and the laws work where you are.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, so reverse. So
crazy.
their lawyers are lawyers that are expert in their law. And the children there would go to a school that was at the synagogue. So the synagogue wasn't just the house of prayer and worship, like we're saying. Plus, like you said, it was like the main place you go for gatherings.
Right.
This is their,
Community center.
Right.
whatever you want to say in the U.S. Like,
Civic center.
You know how we have a holiday and then everybody go to this
Right.
one place for a party?
At the Civic Center.
Whatever you want to call it. It was like that. So anyway, because they didn't separate the two. So now their children are also going here for school every day.
Right.
And they go to school every day.
Right.
And all the time, like even late in the evening, they say Friday evenings, you could hear the kids. They had a saying called the chirping of the children, and you could hear the kids repeating, because they saw learning as memorization.
Right.
And that's it, because nothing was really written down.
Which is why I say meditate this word day and night. This word
Yes.
have I hid in my heart that I might not sin against you. All that comes from that. Okay, right.
So for them, without,
And truth, that's actually true. A, B, C, D.
yes.
5 times 5,
Why
25.
why do kids learn like that? Because they can't read yet.
They can't read, but
We
they
don't do that now because we have books, so we can go back to it.
Got
Children
you.
have to memorize this before they can learn how to read.
Wow.
So back in the day, they don't have books. They don't really have books. Like to
Right.
write something down, they was like, it's extremely expensive.
Right.
Like you only have
gotta
few
have a
people-
scribe.
A few people do it, and then to get it repeated, like you gotta write that 200-page book like 200 times. Like you only got a few of these, and only the people with the money got it.
I'm gonna say something real quick. I even read one time. They gonna get mad at me. I know they always say they gonna get mad at me, but they was even saying Jesus, what Jesus his literary level was. Like he really wasn't reading and writing like that, and that's why people had to have scribes, because only certain people. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying Jesus couldn't read,
So no,
couldn't write, because he did read in Luke 4:18. But I'm saying there's a lot of, but it's not because of him. It's because the culture was like that. They didn't need to,
so
which leads to a lot of other
So
stuff.
exactly this was in the article, actually. So they were just saying some people thought that Jesus didn't have that well of an education, but
Right.
everybody had a good education because their
Right.
education was the Old Testament.
Right.
And he even said in this article that in Nazareth, or Galilee, is where like the top of the notch schools were for the synagogue schools there. But one point I'm trying to make too, they saw their schools at the synagogue as the more sacred place than the actual synagogue. So for us, we're thinking the synagogue is like prominent. No, for them, the school was.
Wow.
And the children from when they can speak are repeating and repeating and repeating. So by the time Jesus comes of age and he's teaching as a rabbi, he is saying things to them, and he's saying things in short because everybody got it memorized already.
Right. Because they
And
all
like
well
you-
versed.
you know
They've
your
all
colors.
gone through this pipeline.
Yeah.
It's like you know your colors.
You know your colors. You know your timetables.
Yeah, they also
Right.
can tell you the exact thing that happened in, I don't know, some Old Testament thing, because they've been
Sheesh.
repeating it since they were a child.
Sheesh.
So they say they have the whole Old Testament memorized.
Sheesh.
And now your rabbi is just going around teaching. But all that to say, he was excellent, because in the rabbi, they had this saying that said the person who repeated it 100 times was not the same as the person who repeated it 101. The 101 person,
Sheesh. Say it again.
they said the person who repeated something 100 times is not the same as the person who repeated it 101.
101 is more advanced.
Yes. So you had rabbi, which is another level of advanced learning. Like he took it to another level.
Right.
But there was a lot of rabbis. They were all excellent. So what we're going back to is like, are you even excellent
Right.
So
in the
are you
system?
even excellent? So now Jesus, and now the reason they can call him master. They didn't call him master. Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
They didn't call him master because he was the one prophesied and was born in a manger.
No,
They called him master because he actually had a master's degree. I'm just using that.
basically.
He actually went through the mastery of what was going on in that system.
They say
Yeah,
rabbi
yeah.
is translated as my master.
All right, there it is. So now he's not that because of our religious spiritual tint.
Right.
We call him master for a different reason.
Oh, man.
Wow.
A totally different.
We call him master because we call him master and ruler and savior, and we worship. We call you master. No, but he literally mastered life. and if you don't pay attention to he can't be your master if he can't master you.
Hey.
Not just tell you what to do, but to show you how to master whatever field that you're standing in. Y'all get what I'm saying? Because I text some people. We got a group of. I said, excellence is key. And I said, if you're not going, can I read it? I want to read it because I want to read it exactly like I said it. It says, if you're going to play the game, you must become elite at how the game is played. If you're going to play the game. If you're going to engage in a certain activity, be excellent in your engagement. And last night I put on there, otherwise, don't play and don't engage because you're wasting God's time.
And can you imagine God coming to this earth in a human form and not be excellent?
I can't. Right. I can't see
everything.
it. I can't see it.
Wait, and rabbi was an occupation. I saw that. It said it was an occupation, just like a lawyer was an occupation. So this is him being excellent at his job.
And now I understand. I understand his processes. Now I understand why Jesus. Not that I now understand, but it hits home differently because he says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." You get it? No man comes to the Father but by me, and that sounds like nobody gets the excellence of the Father but the way that I'm getting the excellence of the Father. Right. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's like he's saying, "I'm come that you might have life." Like a thief coming out of still killing strong. I'm come. In other words. He said, all that came before me are thieves and robbers. This is John 10. He's trying to say, yeah, they go through the processes, but they're still stealing from you because if I don't tell you what you really have, I'm actually taking it from you. Yep. And so you can learn the law, but then he says again, I didn't come to do away.
Yep.
Right.
Now, why wouldn't he do away with the law and the prophets? Oh, they must have been useful. There must have been a reason. They must have been beneficial. I didn't come to do away with them, but I came to fulfill them. I fill them up. I am excellent in that what you're talking about.
Right.
So now you made a statement to me, Nakia. We talking about we don't know what Jesus was doing. I said this before RedIn30. We don't know what he was doing between 12 and 30. So I'm talking about he went to Egypt and learned all the different stuff, whatever, and all that stuff, right? But we do know what he was doing between 12 and 30. He's doing between 12 and 30 the same thing you was doing from kindergarten to senior
18.
in high school.
What that scripture is when it say wax strong?
He waxed the child waxed strong. Yeah, and grew and waxed strong in spirit and truth. Yeah, he waxed strong.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Now see,
culture,
but we think he in there praying in tongues,
and
getting full of the spirit. But
I would have to read it.
He's really learning the culture,
right,
of where he is. So, what does that mean for you?
Right.
What does that mean for what you have to do? You get me? You right now. What does that mean for what you have to do right now? What does that mean? You get me?
Yep.
What is it that you have and you're sitting there with that you need to master? What is it that you have going on that you need to master and become excellent at in order for God to be able to do what he really wants to do in that area?
Yeah.
You get it? Because if
Can I say something?
Yes, go.
Okay. There's this Jewish oral law. And in this article, the man was saying the same thing. Like, what was he doing between 12 and 30? We can take a pretty educated guess.
Yeah.
So there's this law that says, it's written this way. It says, at 5 years of age, one is ready for the study of the scripture. At 10 years of age, one is fit for the study of the Mishnah. This is Jew.
Okay.
I don't know. Hebrew. I don't know. At the age of 13, for bar mitzvah.
Which is when they're supposed to be their man.
At the age of 15 for the study of Talmud.
The Talmud.
At the age of 18 for marriage, and at the age of 20 for pursuing a vocation. At the age of 30 for entering into one's full vigor. This is their law for their children.
Wow.
Like, this is the steps you take. So
he
was basically 18 was marriage.
18 marriage.
20 was pursuing your vocation.
Wait. Did he say 18 marriage and then 20 was the time to pursue? So you mean he got married before they got a job?
Oh yeah.
Wow. I'm not even gonna get on that. That's a whole other conversation.
And 30 entering into one's full vigor, which we see him at 30 entering into one's full vigor.
Right. This is, and we're gonna have to have more conversation about this. I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably gonna listen back to this pod again, and then we're gonna come back and re-talk about this because what you saying?
I just remember this thing. I heard this a while ago. It's martial arts dude said you can practice 100 kicks.
Right.
You can practice one kick 100 times.
Wow. Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And your master.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wax on.
Yep.
Wax off. Play the music, bro. This has been RedIn30. We're gonna come back and talk some more about it because this is just listening to this makes me give a different perspective on what we're really doing here and why we're doing it.
Right.
And it tells me what I got to step up to a little bit more. Shoot the J. Shoot the J.
Put me in the game, coach, put me in the game. Cause they about to know my name, cause they about to know my name. Shots up, dropping buckets long range. Hand down, man down, I made the shot, give me my chain. Come off the screen like I'm a machine. And if you on my team, you already know the theme. Just give it up, and I'ma throw it up. You know I don't give a what, cause that boy stay clutch, fresh. Trust me, I done been there, I can show you how to win there. Now I'm trying to bring my friends there. Yeah, lucky it ain't in the J wet. I got to swim with fade back and you can't get there. Excuse me if I'm sounding kinda cocky, but I do believe that nobody here can stop me. So many J's in my pocket that them boys be trying to rob me. That must mean that I'm up on the top, B. Ultra green light, got that ultra green light. That boy ain't trying to get right, I got that ultra green light. Ultra green light, I got that ultra green light. That boy ain't tryna get right, I got that ultra green light. Ultra green light, I got that ultra green light. That boy ain't tryna get right, I got that ultra green light. Yeah, ultra green light, I got that ultra green light. That boy ain't tryna get right, I got that ultra green light. Shoot it, shoot the day, shoot the day, shoot it, shoot the day, shoot the day, shoot it, shoot the day, shoot the day, shoot it, shoot the day, shoot the day. Game 7, last shot, I be the one. Whole crowd screaming like a fire squad. They shoot the gun, shoot the gun. They screaming, shoot the gun, I let it run. They dreaming about the fun, I get it done. They don't want it bad as I do, I fire up from the one of the two. Yeah, from the one of the two. Put them together, drop the threes from the boot. Most likely to succeed is what they said about me. Next level is what I bleed. Head level is what I need. White devil is full of greed. My bezel is 2 degrees. My shovel is full of seeds. Yeah, incredible is the need, but inedible is the read. Indelible is my feet. I'm telling you, so take heed. Inevitably the lead. I promise belongs to me. Regulation with no OT. Ultra green light, got that ultra green light. That boy ain't tryna get right. I got that ultra green light. Ultra green light, I got that ultra green light. That boy ain't tryna get right, I got that ultra green light. Ultra green light, I got that ultra green light. That boy ain't tryna get right, I got that ultra green.